even if...
It's good because we're on one, like, we're proper on one, so... It's like... We've been on one all day. Yes, queen of the hooks. Welcome to your Millennial Unfiltered Mother podcast, aka your mum podcast. I'm your host, Christiana, and as you heard, I'm with the queen of the hooks.
Hey.
My girl, Laurissa.
I was trying to like filter into the background music then, but yeah.
Well, that's my tune, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'll play it to you.
What, can we not just have a little...
Yeah, I'll play it to you after.
Okay.
I thought I might as well just run my own thing for my podcast.
So
you know what I mean?
Production, you produced it and
Yeah. Produced it. I recorded it at home.
Is it?
Yeah.
Love it. Oh wow! Can we just hear it one more time? Can the listeners listen? I'm appreciating this shit right now.
I had it on SoundCloud a while ago, and someone played it at my old job.
Is it?
She just kept playing it, like, at work. And I was like, nah, so I took it down. Also, that song was used on, like, a web series thing.
Okay.
Without my permission.
Is it?
Yeah.
How did you find out? It was proper
at the end of he just randomly, like, the guy who helped me mixed it, he
decided to use it.
He decided to give it to this web series, and it was a very popular what was it, Venus versus Mars or something like that, that everybody knew about. And like I watched the episode and I heard my song at the end. I was like, hey, what's this? That's my tune.
Yeah,
like,
you know when you're just taken aback for a second, like, hey, oh.
I was like, wow. And what got on my nerves, it was like I wasn't even credited. Like my name weren't anywhere near the credits, and I was like,
that? You see all that? It's just wrong.
I seeked advice about it, and then, you know, from Ben, and he was like, oh, look, it's exposure. Just ask them to sort of give you some kind of credit. And like I asked them, and they sort of put it in their comments on YouTube saying, because people were asking, who's that song? What's that song? So they put it on like the comments, and they pinned it, and it was like, oh yeah, it's by this person, and it did get quite a lot of plays on SoundCloud, so that was cool.
I mean, it's lovely that they ended up doing that, but
they should have been done that.
People should be doing that from the start.
They
when you hear good music, appreciate the good music and appreciate the artist.
Right. So they put it in the episode and at the end when the credits were rolling, and no one knew who this person was, what the song was, and. But it did get a bit of exposure, but then after a few years, and I realised like it was still up because I didn't even realise. I was like, I'm taking this down, man. I'm taking it down. I took it down.
So you took the control back.
And I just kind of thought, look, nah, let me just... I've taken all my music offline anyway, like, because I just kind of feel like...
Sometimes you have to, though.
Yeah, that's not where I'm at now.
You know? Yeah.
But I'm using it now for the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to, we had to talk about that for a minute, because sometimes, you have to appreciate people and appreciate music, and I would like to know who made that beat, and now you're telling me it's you. So
yeah, boy.
Can I borrow it? No.
Listen, I'll play it to you after we.
Well, how about at the end of this podcast, the outro is going to be the song, yeah?
What, the whole song?
Well, I mean, just a snippet of it, just to filter on the with your vocals. Don't forget, you are still a musician and an artist yourself.
Listen, it's still in my bloodstream, even though I don't actively do music anymore. It's still.
Why do you say no? You don't actively do it anymore?
Because it's not it used to be my full-time job.
So you're still not doing a little bit of like singing or writing or come on.
If the opportunity comes.
No, it's not about the opportunity. You have that in you.
Exactly. It is still in me. It's still a part of me. Music is still very much a part of who I am and what I do. And
the creative process of who you are. And even onto what we're going to speak to. It's like, come on, you have these talents. You still have, it's not, you're not actively doing it now. You are a creative, yeah?
I am.
You might be on a little bit of a break, but come on, you're still in this game, man.
If an opportunity came, like to create music, to work on music or whatever, I will do it.
Okay, so she's going to do it, everyone, because the opportunity is here right now. you know, I'm trying to get back in this whole creative space.
I don't know.
And I feel
don't know
like,
that I have the time though. Like,
you
I
know,
don't
she's
know.
just not feeling me here right now. I'm trying to open up opportunity here.
Trust me, you're not the only one. You know, you're not the only one. There's
Listen.
people that are on my case, especially
Yes.
especially new people that I meet.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, they want to know about me. They want to know about me.
Yeah.
And obviously, I have to talk about me as working as a singer, me being a
Yes.
musician.
Yes.
And it seems to be the only thing people want to care about and know and want me to do.
I'm in the depth of it all. Yeah. From we're creatives forever.
Trust me. But this is podcasting is part of create. Well,
yeah, it is. It's still part of it.
Yeah,
it's still a branch. It's still creativity. It's still it's some form of spoken word, I would say.
I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. You know,
yeah.
because hosting and all that, it's not an easy job.
No.
Like, so it is part of being a creative. But listen, I'm out here trying to jingle some coins.
Yes, you know, we're both here trying to do that still.
How are my babies?
Oh gosh, yeah. The babies are great and they're growing beautifully. So, you know, I just have to appreciate that and appreciate life. You know, I'm a single mum, so it's not easy. But my kids are blessed, so that's all that matters, really.
Kids are gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
How old are they again?
They are 11. So 2 days ago, my eldest turned 11. And I've got a 7-year-old. So, yeah.
Proper.
Lovely.
How many kids do you want?
I always said I wanted 4.
I want about 6.
I would love to have 6 if I find the right man.
Trust me.
That is ready to build and, you know, support his family and grow. So yes, maybe 6 with that in mind, but 4. I've always said 4. You know, I've got a brother, and like, to be real, we're not close. But I love and appreciate family. So my whole thing's been like, I'm building my legacy at the same time, you know, for my children to look after me and build the generations in years and years to come. So I just feel like the more children I have, the more legacy that's being built.
Amen to that.
Yeah, so yes, I have my 2 now, and, you know, hopefully, I mean, time's ticking a little bit, and I know it's not an issue to have children later on in life, because people are having children at any point in their life when the time's right for them. It doesn't mean, you know, you have to have them young or whatever, but I just feel like I had children young. So there's a part of me that wants to live life as well. So I don't want to be a 40-year-old carrying children and then bearing the whole toddler stages. You know, like, now my children are at an age where they are doing for themselves and learning, you know, life for themselves. And I'm starting to feel more peace right now. But
and you're enjoying it.
Yeah, but it does, you know, just having children later on comes with a lot. So hopefully in the next, I'm 31 right now. So I said by, you know, 35. So
this is what I'm
just
on.
Needs to happen soon.
That's what I'm on. I said I want all of them before 35, so that I get the opportunity to sort of live life
with them for a bit.
In a way where they can sort of support each other, look after each other while I'm traveling and I'm doing all the things, and I have no restrictions per se.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. We're on the same. We're on the same page.
I mean, it's all cool now because, you know, I travel with Seth sometimes, but it's not the same. Do you know what I mean? I want to be in these beach clubs doing a madness. You know, when I travel with him, it's like, it's not, you have to look for all the kid-friendly things to do and all the baby-safe things, and you have to be back, you know, before sundown, just so they're not all out running street in the dark.
And then when you're abroad, you're in the hotel.
Yeah, most of you look for a hotel that's got pretty much everything in it.
Right. But then you're still going to bed when the kids are in bed.
So
yeah, the 2 that I have now will be able to look after the other 2, and, you know, so I can still live my life and still enjoy, because I need to. I feel like, even though I feel like I've lived, I feel like I've not lived.
Yeah.
So it needs to happen soon. Anything after 35, boy,
I don't know.
It all depends how youthful I feel at that time. But the bones are starting to give in, and the pain and the ache, and so like, I don't know.
We're talking about this at 31, you know.
You know,
we're not even. We're young.
We are young. We are. When everyone says, "Oh, you're only 30," how old are you? So I'm, you know, you know, people say I've got a baby face, and they'll be like, oh, you look 18 and rare. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm 31, you know. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, people get shocked when I tell them my age.
I'm heading to my whole thing is I'm heading to 40.
Yeah, proper. We're nearly there. We're touching 32 any couple of months.
But you know what? I think now more than anything, it's just about making sure that we're living a good life and we are healthy,
happy,
and you know, we're looking after our bodies and all that kind of stuff. Because I still want to feel young and youthful at that age. Like,
so, like, do you think that because you got a full-time job, innit?
yes.
So do you feel with having a full-time job, 2 kids, that you actually have time to actually, you know, as you say, live life?
No.
Why?
Because, again, I'm going to say being a single parent, like, you bear a lot when you have to look after your 2 children. And, you know, in certain situations, you might not get the full support that you need. So when it comes to this whole living life, the weekends that I don't have my kids, I want to sleep.
This is what I'm saying.
I don't feel no way staying in my bed till 5 p.m.
Me too.
I feel no way getting up just to go toilet.
Me too.
Bathe my underneath. If that's an if. I can even be bothered on a weekend where I ain't going out, and I don't care who's smelling me on whatever.
Trust me.
But you know, I'll all just only get out my bed just to make food and whatever, and it will be 2-3 o'clock, and I'll just think, yo, I'll go back to sleep right now, innit?
Yeah, and it'll be the quick thing like noodles.
Yeah.
Quick.
Oven food,
and then go back into bed, because that's what I do. Like, and that's what I actually want to do. Like when Seth is with his dad, I'm in bed catching up on the sleep that I need.
This is so the whole living life thing is a bit. It's a bit of a
What
myth.
is that though? What is that?
What is it? I mean, we live life today. Let's see that. I haven't been out and lunched with people for a while. Do you know what I mean? And we have not seen each other. We were at uni together in 2006 to 2009. You know, but
was that the last time we saw each other?
Well, no, I think we've seen each other. When was the last time? It's been a long time. the love is always there, innit?
Yeah,
you know them ones.
Yeah,
like, and even though we've not seen each other for like over 10 years, most probably.
I blame social media, man. Because
you think that people are just all right. You're like, yeah, I still see my brethren doing things
right.
and she's doing, and I'm here, I'm supporting and whatever. But do you know what? Today we stepped out. So I'm gonna say we live life today, because we weren't. We were in bed. We woke up about 12 and we were like, rah, we're still in bed. So what we saying? 2-3. Yeah,
we literally went for lunch at 3 p.m.
Yes,
all dinner time.
Yes. And we had cocktails and we had a bit of Henny and so that's my living life today.
We've lived today. We actually have, and that's my thing. Like calm, like a lunch.
Yes.
Have a few drinks, talk, catch up on all the things what's going on with each other, and that's my definition of living life. It's not getting dolled up, heels to the sky, makeup on some next thing, going to some dead club, queuing. That's not been my living life.
Your coin, coin that I'm trying to stretch. I'm trying to stretch my wage right now. So I ain't really got time to be going out and spending money and be giving money to these clubs for what?
Yeah. I don't even
go home while you profit, and I'm in my bed feeling like raw. I went out and I just spent a bit of money still.
That part.
So this is living life for me. This is nice. I can go home and sleep knowing I had a good time.
Yeah.
I reconnected with my friend.
Yeah.
And appreciate that.
Have you got any side hustles?
I'm trying to build the side hustles, if I'm honest. I don't have a lot of time. As I said, working full time and getting up from 6 and not getting back till 6, and then I'm tired during the week. That's 5 days a week. Like I said, the other 2 days I'm ready to sleep to try and catch up. So I haven't really got a side hustle right now, but I think the mentality that I'm kind of gaining at the moment, or that's festering in me, is, I'm not trying to work no more for people and for corporate companies. So
what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to sing. I'm trying to be a musician. I'm trying to be creative. And I just need to throw myself in there and just do what I can, because there's so much opportunity.
There is.
And it doesn't have to be, people that are musicians and singers and think, I need to get signed and I need, my tune needs to be. I'm happy to just go and sing and do a few gigs and just have people come and appreciate me. I think as well, for me as well, I want to still be a musician, and whether even getting into backing singing and producing. I was in Apple this weekend trying to look for a new MacBook, and I was saying, the guy's like, what do you want it for? And I'm saying, I want to produce, like, even if it's all, I sit and watch Erica on GarageBand. Yeah. So even like with what you're doing here, yo, if I made some little intro like that, yo, I'm pushing it. I am sending that out. Whether I see all these producers that, you go on YouTube and I write to beats and the leasing beats and that have package money, and it's not that expensive. I can make a little coin off that maybe. And also I love cooking. There's a lot. I mean, I'm one of them people that loves to do a lot.
Yeah.
And I like to cook, for instance. So I was speaking to you earlier. I was saying I want to do some breakfast business. Now, I'm aware there's a lot of people that are doing this breakfast thing, but I want to do it where I'm not over pushing myself.
There's a lot of people doing a lot of things.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? There's a lot, because even when I made the decision to work for myself, there's a lot of blogs. There's a lot of YouTube channels. Yeah. There's a lot of podcasts. It's like, it shouldn't stop you from doing it if that's what your heart wants to do. That's what your talent is pushing you towards. Nah, run your thing, man.
And you just never know what opportunities will come from it. Like, there could be someone that listens to it that likes your voice, for instance, and is like, Rod, you know what? Can you come and do this? Can you come and do whatever? So it will just tie into this whole little thing that you're trying to do. So, yeah.
Because I wouldn't even consider myself a stay-at-home mum. I'm a working mum at the end of the day, even though I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about stay-at-home mums anyway? Like,
I mean, it would define it for me.
I want you to define it.
Well, the thing is, like, I just feel like you can have the women that have wealthy partners or wealthy husbands where they can turn around and say to the woman, you don't have to work. You can stay at home and look after the kids and make sure my house is in order and make sure whatever's running, and be classed as a stay-at-home mum, but being financially supported and being able to, because of your setup and because of, it might not even be the man. Do you know? Well, I suppose if the woman's not working and she's a stay-at-home mum, it will be the man that's working. So that's one aspect. So stay-at-home mum in that regard is like, you've got the opportunity to be able to do that.
Do you think single mums could be stay-at-home mums?
I think a lot are.
Yeah.
I think a lot of single mums are stay-at-home mums, but again, to differentiate that, like, are you a stay-at-home mum because you don't want to work or because you don't have any ambition? Or are you a stay-at-home mum because you've been working full-time your whole life and you don't want to work for people? That's where I'm at. I would want to be a stay-at-home mum right now. I mean, financially, I don't know how I'd live because, yeah, you'll get sucked into the benefit system. And like for me, for instance, I've just moved into a property that's very expensive. So I would have to reach for them benefits in one respect. But at the same time, it's not because I'm trying to just reap the benefits of getting everything paid so I can do nothing.
So what, you think that being a stay-at-home means you're doing nothing?
Not necessarily. That's why I'm saying there's so many different branches. You can have the people that stay at home because they don't have no ambition. They don't want to work. And they'll call them, well, what do you do? Well, I've got children. I'm a stay-at-home mum. Okay. As I said, for me, I don't want to work for people no more. So I might be a stay-at-home mum in the next 6 months. Who knows? But at the same time, I'm still going to have a grind or something where I'm still trying to do something for myself.
Yeah.
At the same time. But it's frowned upon when you talk about being a stay-at-home mum because more time people think you're a bum and you're not doing anything. But there are people that are that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's really hard for me to just, stay-at-home mums
Let me tell you something about stay-at-home mums, yeah. I think people...
What's your view on it?
I think people need to start putting some respect on stay-at-home mums, yeah? Put some respect on stay-at-home mum names, please. Let me tell you something. Stay-at-home mums are running an empire, yeah? Their home is their empire.
Well, yes. Let me tell you,
their home is their empire. They're running... It's not easy. Let me say, it's not easy. It's one of the hardest jobs in the world.
Yeah,
and it's one of the most sort of looked down on jobs that people, especially in our society, especially when you think about millennials and how somebody that doesn't understand, maybe they don't have any children or they don't understand it, will look at it as, oh, you're just at home all day doing laundry, you're just at home all day, sort of, cooking and cleaning. That's pretty much your day. They don't understand that. In my opinion, you cannot have a career and run your household.
Yeah, it's hard.
Running a household is a full-time thing.
It is.
Yeah. And it takes a lot to keep your household running. Now, to teach your kids, because stay-at-home mums are, teaching their kids even before they start school and stuff. Like some of them are even going as far as homeschooling. There's a plan, especially when you got multiple kids, that all need different things at different times. They all go to different kind of clubs. They're all doing different things with their time and with their day. Do you know what I mean? Like, stay-at-home mums are running that whole thing and keeping their household kept in a way that is, that you can only do if you're there full time.
Again, I think I have to say only certain people may have that mentality, because you will have them ones that don't do nothing.
It is. You can't.
So everything you're saying, when you're saying, like, at the end of the day, we got to do this, we got to do that, whether it's cooking, whether it's laundry, there are some people that just don't do nothing. The kids are just watching TV all day. The kids, they're the ones that are the problem for me. They're the ones that have to be differentiated. Don't you feel that?
No.
But there's some that aren't doing what you just said, but they're just, I'm a stay-at-home
So
mom.
because the windows ain't been washed, or the flipping, do you know what I mean? That they're not doing their job
Some
properly.
people are just dirty. Some people just can't look after their kids. Yeah, I don't even mean to be negative about it, but you're saying, like, whether we're cleaning, whether we're cooking. There's children that get microwave meals every day, and people think that they're a stay-at-home mom. Do you know what I mean? So
but they are.
When people are in debate, there could be a lot of guys that witness the whatless gal. Yeah, so that's why they have a lot to say sometimes about stay-at-home mums, because I feel like if a guy meets a girl that is a stay-at-home mum, that is doing all these things, and that is seeing the whole thing of how they're running certain things, they're not going to really look at them like they're not going to frown upon them like, what, so you're just a stay-at-home mum? Because they're going to see what you're doing.
So many stay-at-home mums are being frowned upon, and it's because so many people, especially in society, look at stay-at-home mum as you're just at home.
They feel like it's not a job as well. And it's a job in itself.
I'm telling you this.
An unpaid job.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you this, yeah. No one can have a job, a career, and run their household. You can't do both.
I can't, because I'm struggling.
Exactly.
I've sat and spoke to you today about the struggles that I'm facing, and work is the issue, because it consumes so much time.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and when you're in a job where they don't really care whether you've got children or not, and I say that working in the music industry, I work for a company. I'm not going to call out my company's name, but I work for a company, and I work in a team of men. So every minute when I'm like, oh, I might need to leave early because I need to pick up my daughter, or I need, can I go to the assembly? Or they don't want to know.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. Like it's a hard situation.
And it is some men.
It
is some men who will even request that their wives or their partners or whatever leave their careers to be a stay-at-home mum.
And that's what I was trying to say at the start. Okay, maybe not even, it doesn't even have to be about money and wealth, but there are people that are in situations where it will be a thing where it's like, raw, this is a job in itself. So
it is.
Stay at home, I'll go and make the money, and you just keep everything in order.
Yeah, but
and you look after your children.
even in today's society, like, I've even spoken to some women who have said that their fellas have asked that they sort of stay at home and be more focused on the house and be more focused on the kids and stuff like that. And they've frowned upon it, been like, you're trying to control me, you don't want me to earn my own money, you don't want me to do my own thing. And I think that's a negative way of looking at it. If a guy's asking you, look, can you... It's because it's his house too. Do you know what I mean? If you're living together, it's his house too. He sees that there's certain things that are not done, that only whoever lives in the house or whatever, who really cares, can really make sure these things are in place. Like, make sure that the kids are being wed. Some people, look, are career driven, and then they will just hire a nanny or an au pair to come and sort of run the household. But sometimes, these guys want their other half to be the one to run their home empire, like
a healthy,
properly.
Yes, and
do you know what I mean? No one's gonna run your house better than you.
No,
than the people that live there. So I kind of feel like in our sort of millennial society that it's so looked down upon, especially when you're asked to sort of do that. But that's what I can't stand, is like people need to stop looking down at being a stay-at-home mum. It is a hard task, and not everyone can do it. I've seen situations where someone's a stay-at-home mum, and because of doing that, they've, how they're running the house, they're seeing, they get a business idea from staying at home and stuff like that. They're running a business from the house, yes. And they're making more money than the guy now. He now lives his career. He leaves his career and to sort of join the stay-at-home mum now in her empire and see what she's building. And they're built together from their yard.
Do you know, can I just say, when you was talking about the man saying to do that, I actually find that there's also a lot of men that are stay-at-home dads.
Perfect.
And I don't feel that they are frowned upon. And I don't.
Stay-at-home dads?
Stay-at-home dads.
I think some of them are.
I really don't, because it's kind of like, oh, well, the woman's going out to work, but everyone kind of sees that, oh, well, because the woman's going out to work, it's okay for the dad to stay at home. That's what I found.
I ain't seen that. I ain't seen enough of that.
I know personal doctors when I'm like, God, you're at work all the time. I was like, and she's like, yeah, my husband's a stay-at-home dad, and I don't frown upon it. Because there's one person out there that's going and bringing in the bread, and then there's the other person that's looking after the family. But I find that I personally feel like women are scrutinised more than men in that position. Because we're here talking about stay-at-home mums, but equally there are stay-at-home dads.
Yeah, there are stay-at-home,
and we're not here to discuss that today. But we should be.
No, we should, because they also need some respect put in their name. But
I feel like the men do. I feel like this whole society, the male and female and whatever, I honestly have heard a few people or people that I know that have said they're the ones that go to work and they have the dads that stay at home. And there's like nothing said about it. Men want to sit and be chatting about gal. Oh, what she's saying she's a stay-at-home mum. She thinks it's a job. Rare. What, she's just getting benefits.
Which is my problem.
Right. It's all right for the women to just get benefits, but the man will get benefits the same way if it have to. But it's not for. I don't find it frowned upon.
Yeah, no. I don't feel like that job, being a stay-at-home mum, dad, boy, girl, whatever, it should be frowned upon by anyone. I kind of feel like it's annoying because I've heard it quite frequently with people of our age, or the younger sort of married couple who have a problem with being asked to stay at home and look after the home because they're chasing a career, which is great. Chase your career, but don't put down being a stay-at-home parent.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that.
Don't put it down, and I'm just hearing it too much. It's like don't put it down to you're just doing laundry all day. You're just cooking and cleaning all day. No, you're running your empire.
Yes.
You're running your household. It is your empire. It is a full-time job. No one that's running out there chasing a career, which is great for you, is running their household as well. It is impossible. They're both full-time jobs. Do you know what I mean? And I just kind of feel like respect needs to be given to stay-at-home parents because it's not easy. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm out here teaching Seth, I've taught him everything and that boy's a little clever boy. Do you know what? I love the fact that I'm working from home more now because I'm even more teaching him more. You can see the
benefits as well.
You can see the benefits of my hard work.
The more time you spend with your children.
I'm the one that's teaching him as opposed to
being in nursery
and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm seeing the results of my hard work when I'm teaching him. So Don't be all looking left, looking right, thinking, what's she doing with her time? What's she doing? I'm running my empire. I'm running, my home at the end of the day. I'm working from home. So I don't think I'd class myself as a stay-at-home mum because I am actually working. And there's a lot of things that ain't done around the house.
Yes.
Because it's not my focus. Do you know what I mean? My focus is, raising my son, and my focus is growing my businesses from the ground up. I'm just annoyed at the same conversations with some people who seem to think that being a staying at home is a bad thing, or who seem to think that But
why do they think it's when you've spoken to people that do think it's a bad thing? I mean, what?
Even the younger wives,
saying about
the younger wives, in terms of being asked by their partner to stay at home while they be the ones to go to work, whatever, they see it as a way of control. Or they see it as a way, as a way to kind of sort of put them down or whatever. But no, you can start a business from your yard, isn't it? Like, it's not that deep.
Let me just throw a little spanner in the works. So the people that are asked to stay at home by the partners that are saying, stay at home, run the house. As I said, I'll go out, I'll make the money. You stay at home, look after the children, whatever. The ones that are saying, well, why can't I? what if they do want to work? Because another thing that I hear a lot is, I'm trying to have that break from, well, maybe for me with having 2 children, I think I've always worked. I've always felt like working also gives me time for myself.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just in my situation because I'm a single parent. So because everything's so full on, for me to stay at home all the time, it might drive me mad. Yeah. There's mental health to consider as well. Not everyone can look after children.
Not everyone
has the not everyone has the mentality to do that.
I agree.
So, you know, for me, I had to go out and work. So definitely I would love to reap the benefit of any man coming into my life and telling me, yo, stay at home and look after your children. But at the same time, you know, you see it as having a little break. But this is where, I'll tell you something with me recently. I have been working full time. My children have always had to deal with going to nursery and things like that because I have had to bring in, you know, money in the household. And it is quite difficult sometimes when you get benefits because it is very limited. You know, also when people want to talk about people who get benefits, are you just getting free money? It ain't a lot of free money. Yeah. You might get some of your rent paid and you know, that's a blessing to get your rent paid, but you ain't got no more money at the end of the day for any niceties or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? So as I was saying, for me, I've gone out with this intention to make sure I'm trying to bring in money and I'm trying to work and I'm just also trying to show my children there's a working world and, you know, you need to make money at the same time. But I had a realization the other day that I'm like, yo, my mentals are all over the place. Yeah. Whether it is tiredness, whether it's depression, you know, whatever the situation, I had to say to my work, I want to drop a day. Yeah. 7 weeks it took them to give me an answer. 7 weeks. And all I've done is request a day off. And when they sit and they want to have a meeting with me and ask why, I said, because I have children. Yeah. I have children that I can't take to school on time. I can't pick up from school when they finish school. They're in after school club till 6 o'clock every day because I don't finish work till whatever time. And I need to start taking time for myself. Yeah. So I am trying to take away from working in the working world so much, should I say, and just try and take more time at home now because yes, I needed the break at one point, but right now I'm like, yo, I need a break from work and I need to focus on my children are getting older as well. You'll see as when they're getting older as well, how much more time you actually do need to spend with them. Yeah. So I'm kind of transitioning. I'd prefer to be at home. I would prefer to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, because even when I was working full time, like it was the worst time. I was so drained by the end of the day.
There's like no flexibility as well. You have to just turn up. Yeah. Yeah. To get paid, you have to turn up and be on other people's terms all the time.
Like, and it was too much. Like, I'm dropping stuff out at nursery at all hours in the morning, going to work. I'm there all day dealing with the most rubbish. And it's like, I don't care about none of this. Do you know what I mean? And then you're picking him up. He's one of the last ones to leave nursery because of the time you finish. And then he's got to eat something and then be in bed. Right. You count 3 hours of 24 hours is when I spend with my child. Yeah. Like,
when you put it like that as well, like you said, and your children learning from you and you being able to influence and educate and, you know, assist and guide your children. It's hard to do that when you're working full time. So in that respect, I'm like, yeah, no, it shouldn't be frowned upon because, like you said, not picking up till 6 o'clock. I got to travel home. I've got to cook you dinner. Or, you know, more than anything, I have to be organised and make sure I cook the night before so I do get to spend a little time with them. But still,
and they would
you've
have
got
work
to do.
Yeah, they would have missed you.
They would have missed you. They want to spend time with you.
And you're just knackered.
And all you want to do is eat your food. You have homework to do. Go and have a shower and go to bed. And you're doing that. I'm doing that for 5 days. And I'm not really seeing the benefits of when you do get to spend that time with your children. So I know I'm not a full stay-at-home mum yet, but I'm going to try and work to be on that and work self-employed.
If I was to get married, if I was to get married and he was to request that, I said, well, bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you that you are willing to take that responsibility and be the breadwinner and go out and work and provide for your family while I'm running. Trust me, you're going to come home and your house is going to be put together. It's not going to be nothing out of place because you know why? This is my full-time position. I'm going to see it as that, not as opposed to I'm just going to be sitting at home watching TV flipping Jerry McCall and do my nails and, you know, doing the laundry.
Doing nothing and just letting the kids sleep and just, it's not that.
It's like, no, but even if the stay-at-home mum is not, you know, sort of doing that that much in terms of tasks. At the end of the day, it's not every day your windows need washing. It's not every day these things to do.
Yeah.
But like I said, when there's multiple children, they're all gonna need different things. They're all gonna be needing like it's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
I just kind of feel like respect,
Definitely
needs to be put on stay-at-home mums' names.
Definitely.
Single stay-at-home mums, they probably will be getting a lot of help from the government and stuff like that. But what are they expected to do? Like I said, some women can't handle working and then coming home.
Get it.
And then
I get it.
It's
the mental.
It's too much.
Too much.
It's too much. Raising children is no joke. Yeah, it's too much. So it makes it's understandable if they don't have the energy to do everything. And they spend most of the week just sort of sat there because it's a lot. It's a lot.
And everyone that has children will understand and relate to that, and they should relate to that because it ain't a walk in the park.
It's not. Trust me, look, at the end of the day, stay-at-home mums, listen to me, yeah? You're doing amazing.
Yes.
And you're doing the right thing. Yeah. Trust me, don't let no one tell you otherwise. If you're a stay-at-home mum, but you have got this fire in your belly, you're career driven, you want to work, you can do that, innit? Like, there are so many opportunities. You can just open up your laptop and you can just, find something to do. The penny might drop while you're at home doing something. You're thinking, if a lot more stay-at-home mums had this system, build it. You do it. Trust me, you're going to be making your own money from your home. Like, it doesn't mean that you don't have to work.
No.
Look at it as a positive thing. Look at it as, a chance for you to become self-employed, a chance for you to run your own empire, run your own business from home. You don't have to deal with the pressure of, managers and pay rises and office politics and all of that stuff. You can just deal with all that in your house. So if you know that you're career driven at the end of the day, and it's been asked of you to sort of stay at home and look after your home, see it as an opportunity. Don't see it as a reason to feel like the guy is having some kind of control or he wants to be the one to sort of fund you and doesn't want you to have your own thing. Things don't need to be looked at it that negatively, and I kind of feel like people in our day and age in our society are looking down on this amazing job, and it must stop.
Yes. For real. I was telling you I saw a post the other day, and I'm gonna try and find the post, but it was a post that was actually like slating a stay-at-home mom or something about meeting a girl that don't have no job but stays at home, and then there was laughing faces on it, and I thought, let me look at these comments, and I looked at the comments, and there was laughing face. Everyone was laughing at it like it was some big joke, and in my head I wanted to comment like, but in what circumstance are you saying this? Like, do you really know these people? Do you understand why? You want to sit and just laugh at people.
It's annoying.
And be laughing just because people are staying at home. And I just feel like a lot of guys as well, like especially, I don't even mean to say dumb guys, but guys that just don't have no sense, just think that it's all about more of a benefit thing than the actual growth of your children and and
that's just from reading one
children.
or two sort of bad articles in like some trashy paper about some mums who have quite a lot of kids and they were able to fund themselves to go on holiday. They were able to do that. Listen, ratings, because let me tell you don't get a lot of money. Please don't get it twisted. People are not having kids to live on benefits. They don't get a lot of money, so they would have had to save quite a lot. They would have had to squeeze and save quite a lot in order for them to do that. Like, it's not like, but you remember back in the day, people were having kids to be on benefits.
Yes.
Back in the day, that was
like, yes, I get my child paid for, I get my yard, everything was about.
Yeah. Back in the day, it was a bit loose. They were
even
giving
about
away
getting
houses.
a house, innit?
Yeah, they were giving away houses, they were giving away money, but they've tightened up. There've been a lot of cutbacks. It's not like how it used to be. So stop frowning down on people who are just sitting at home having kids and you just think that's all they're doing. Like it's some easy thing. Like it's some easy thing.
It just isn't. Who's got, he's amazing, he's lovely, but he still has his times. He still needs to be looked after.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
For honest blog posts about single and co-parenting, tips and advice on kids' style and recipes, head over to notestomymamablog.com. And to see me and mine living our daily lives with vlogs and some mummy hacks, head over to my YouTube channel, search Notes to My Mama, and you'll see us there.
Like, I tell you what I'm like as a person, I always try and look at all angles of everything. Like, that's how I am, like, in general. So I'm always feeling like we might say something here, but there's always going to be differences. There's always
Yeah.
going to be different circumstances. Everyone's going to be in different positions or have different views or have different opinions on certain things. I'm just one of them. I'm a holistic person that likes to like consider a lot.
Yeah,
But I think I was chatting a bit of,
because even me, I'm super non-judgmental, man. Like, and I think, I didn't, before having a child, I didn't know a lot about a lot of things.
I know. How was it?
What, not having a child?
No, just literally having a child and just being, from the child's here. That's it. From the day, I always say to people that are pregnant and having children, I always say, when the child's here, that's it.
Yeah.
For life. Yeah, the job starts now. This is your lifetime job. Well, the lifetime job for the parents or the mothers or the fathers that actually want to raise the children for the whole journey and not be stepping out on them or being some part-time this, that, and whatever.
I saw a post on Instagram.
IG.
It said, to the parents who have kids and are not involved, how do you do it? How do you go days, weeks, months without seeing your child? How do you function? Like, how do you carry a relationship with somebody when you can't even hold a relationship with the person you made? Do you miss them? Does the void get filled with a picture and some long post on Facebook?
For real.
I saw that on like a parent page on Instagram and it shocked me out of my seat.
Wow. I'm actually just going to read it again just to soak this in.
Because I was like, who, judgmental or no? But this is the thing. I think people who can relate to that post, who's living this life where, the child's father, the child's father is, non-existent, or the child's mother is non-existent, they're whatever. And then this is literally how some people feel. I know people who read that and was like, this is the truth. And then some people were like, oh my God, how negative can you be? Like, what kind of questions are these? And it's like, I was just a bit like, I can't really say that. Me personally, I'm in that situation. Yeah. Steph's dad loves him. Do you know what I mean? And he's in his life. So I don't know that I can relate to that. But the first thing I did think was harsh, judgmental. But then I know some people, this is literally their situation.
Right.
I just, number one, did not expect to see it on a parenting page. It was a lot. Because they normally have such nice, positive, fluff posts about parenting. And then to just shock the world with that, it was like, so what do you think about?
I think they are the questions that, as you said, the people that are in them situations most probably ask. Having an absent parent is not nice. And especially for the person that is bearing and looking after the children, to have that absence from the other person that created the child is a difficult situation to be in. And you do sit there and you do most probably ask yourself them questions, and you do wonder why, you're most probably hearing that they are in relationships and they're doing the most and they're going out and they're proposing to people and they're investing time and love into another human, and they can't even invest it into the child that they have. But at the same time, they're... I think not everyone is going to feel the same way that we expect people to feel about children. And that's something that I've learned over time. And I'm not going to relate it to my situation too much because that's just a bit too me exposing my business. But I think I'll just say from maybe other things that I've seen is that not everyone has that connection. Not everyone that has children want to have children. Yes, it happens, and whoever makes a decision to carry or have the child makes that decision for themselves, because we have that power to do that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the person that you've had the child with is going to feel all the same feelings that you feel. Some people don't have that connection. Some people just don't. They don't have that connection with the children. They don't, and for whatever reasons, you might take it back to their childhood. They may have had an absent father. They might not know how to love. They might not be in a family situation where they are loved. Do you know what I mean? So how can they give love?
Right.
It's difficult and it's hard for people that the post that you just read. It's hard for people that are in that situation because you question how, why.
Because
do you
you're
miss them?
so overwhelmed with your child. You're so overwhelmed with love. You're so overwhelmed with how obsessed you are with your child. You cannot fathom the fact that some people, just don't have that same obsession as you. And it's like, that's why my initial thought was, oh, that's a bit harsh, because look, when these things happen and a parent is absent from their child, it's so easy for people to think deadbeat, or easy for people to think waste, or people to think, look, how can you do that? But you really just do not know what is really inside that person.
Yeah.
And how
You don't know their makeup.
You don't know.
You don't know their makeup.
That's why I kind of thought, oh, that's a bit harsh. And then some people, it really hit a nerve for them, because it's like things like parental alienation, was a thing. And some people have no choice but to be a distant because of the relationship that they have with the other parent, and all kinds of other reasons of what they're going on personally. Like they're thinking they're not choosing to spend days, weeks, months, not seeing their child. It's not by choice. It is just, again, like you said, their makeup or their situation.
You can also get, spiteful parents, as you said, that do keep their children away, or tell the other person that just because you're doing this, you ain't seeing your kids, you ain't seeing this.
You can't ask those questions.
But they will. They'll still ask the question, what? Because they're not hitting the expectations that they feel that the child needs, or what they want. So they'll sit there and be saying whatever they want to say to to the guy, and but the reality is that, do you even know the person? A lot of people have children with people they don't know.
They don't really
and then they want to sit and question this person and be telling them, don't you miss your children? You can't pay for your children. You can't. How about that? That may have been him from the start. Yeah,
exactly.
That may have been the guy. The guy might even be dumb. Who knows? Like, have you really got to know? And him.
You wouldn't have known what they were like, and you wouldn't. There's no way of knowing. Now you've had a child with them, and then you just expected, because they're this way inclined, or they're this way with you, that they're going to be this certain way with their child, and you just do not know.
You just don't know.
But I just kind of feel like those questions, and just putting it like that, is like, are you actually really curious? Do you actually really want to get to the root of the issue of people being absent from their kids' lives, or are you throwing judgment? Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing that I don't like. People are not doing these things because they have not. I really don't believe that anybody's that cold-hearted.
What, cold-hearted in what way?
As in, they will have children and then just be like, bye.
I know a lot of people.
What, like that?
100%.
I know. Maybe I'm naive, but maybe I just kind of feel like, sorry, nobody is that. Something has happened in life.
Yeah. Oh, you mean something has happened to them? Why they are?
Yes,
feeling
is a reason for is a reason. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm naive. Maybe some people are just that dread, but I don't want to believe it.
I mean, I always feel like it's to do with their makeup and I don't know what they've lived in, their childhood experiences, what they've been taught, what they've learned, like in life, and what's prepared them to deal with life. We have to educate our children. With life, it's not even life expectations, is it? We have to educate our children with their life journey and what things are and possibilities and what happens. And there's a lot of parents that don't do that, especially with boys. You see all these boys that are out on the road, doing or whatever. I mean,
Madness.
Again, some parents might not have control of that, but I mean, what influence have they had? Because my son is not being out on road, and if he thinks he is, he's being shipped somewhere else where you can stay out on road in Derby, where I'm from. I'm from Derby. Go and play in the close. Go, there ain't a lot to do there. I will ship you out there if I have to.
I'm like that. I'm like, Seth, do not even, you are not going to, he's going to be busy with this club, that club, this place, that place. He's not going to have time to be on street.
So can I ask, do you actually feel like it might even more come down to the parents? Is it our job? Is it our responsibility to educate and guide our children?
It is.
So then when
it's our job initially. It's our job initially. Then teachers are involved. It's their job too. Yeah. Because they spend very much hours in school. Yeah. They have to get some kind of positive influence there as well.
Education.
Educate. Do you understand? You also have a responsibility. We all, as a community, have a responsibility to our kids, to all the kids, to all of them. We all have to be vigilant. We all have to make sure that we're all doing our part, playing our role in these kids' lives. Because I'm telling you now, they're running around aimlessly. Yeah, the government has failed them. They've cut down all this youth funding. They've cut down all this. They've cut down all that. They're profiling kids, stopping and searching only black people. All right, maybe
No, they are.
They are. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is our responsibility to look out for them. They're feeling like they're out here and they've only got their friends. They've only got all these little youths running around. They're running around with these fresh trainers and everything. That's what it's about. It's our responsibility to let them know that no, this isn't it. Yeah, you have options. You have options. You have people that love you, care about you. You don't need to go down this route. It's all of our responsibility. If I see anyone on road, I don't have to know your parents, but if I see that you're on some madness, it's my responsibility to make sure that you're not about to do something that you're going to regret.
Yeah.
If I can see something about to happen, trust me, I'm there. I'm looking at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's my responsibility as well. It's all of ours.
It's everyone's responsibility.
But everyone's shook. Everyone's shook because let me tell you, these people are running around fearless.
I know.
They don't fear God. They don't fear their parents. They don't fear consequences. They don't fear the police. And they're running around fearless. And that's the problem. You need to be shook.
Yeah, I know.
That's my stance on it. But listen, we can go into all of that, but we'll be here forever talking.
I know, that's like a whole next podcast, you know? I feel like, yeah,
but
very
I'm so
political,
passionate about it because, you know, it just reminds me of that time when I come out my own house and just a group of guys were just sort of loitering around and would never let me go past the gate kind of thing. I wasn't just going to push past them and be like, I'm like, what you on? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you actually on?
What are you lot on? Do you know what I mean? I can talk your language, you know?
Yeah, you know.
I will stand here and I will talk your language. If you don't want me to go past this gate, let's talk. Let's have a conversation then.
Yeah, innit?
What are you saying?
What are you holding me for, fam?
What are you doing? You ain't got school, you ain't got college.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are your hands down your trousers? I can talk your language, you know.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be like, oh, she's cool.
Yeah.
Let
her true.
Go home.
Yeah, for real.
Like, seriously, what are you doing? And then when I see them again, I'll give them a nod. Like, what are you saying? Like, you're cool. I'm not just gonna look my nose down at them or cross the road when I see them. Now that we've had words, we've had interactions.
Yeah.
When I see you, I'm gonna give you a nod. Like, you cool. Like, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. Do you know what I mean? And you see me, and we're gonna now have that mutual respect. Like, just don't do that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's my responsibility as well to make sure that everyone in our community is good. For real.
Yeah, I hope the parents do more of that though.
You know, sometimes, they're out running around trying to make ends meet.
I know.
And they don't even know what their kids are up to.
Doing,
and
yeah.
Them I feel for because, they're the ones picking up their children at the police station or, caring the news about their child being involved in some madness, and they would never think of their own children.
Yeah,
So it's well, like I said, it's another podcast. That
is definitely another podcast.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through.
Much.
I've loved our chat. We've had like the best day.
I know. Like, what time is it? It is. Wow. It is nearly 1:30 in the morning, in the AM, and we've been linked up from 3 p.m. Drinking, and talking, conversing, life, children, everything.
But
so yes, thank you very much
roll
for having
through
me.
again. You're gonna anyway. You have no choice. You're rolling
I
through
feel
again.
like I'm part of your podcast right now. You know that ones. Yo.
If you want to be if you want to be involved in the conversation, you know what to do. Email youthfulpodcast@gmail.com and give me your thoughts. If you want to come up on there, send me an email and we can, open up some dialogue. Yeah, we smashed it. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one, my peeps. Bye.